From the ground, flying looks like speed and power, a machine tearing through the sky. But step inside at 35,000 feet and something strange happens. The world becomes quieter, slower, softer, and far more deliberate, and that calm you feel isn't accidental, it's engineered. Long before you notice the hum of the engine settling into a steady rhythm or the cabin lights easing into a warmer tone, the aircraft has already begun reshaping your senses. Because altitude changes more than geography, it changes perception. At cruise level, the cabin is no longer about movement but balance, where pressure, sound, light, and space are carefully tuned to reduce stress rather than amplify it. And this is where aviation quietly reveals its most misunderstood achievement: comfort. From the outside, a commercial aircraft appears standardized, almost identical across airlines, but inside, every decision reflects a philosophy about how humans should feel while suspended miles above the earth. Cabin pressure is managed not just for safety but for fatigue. Humidity systems are calibrated to protect skin and breathing over long hours, and the airflow you barely notice is designed to move continuously without creating drafts or noise, a soft, invisible circulation that keeps the space feeling alive rather than sealed. Even the soundscape is intentional, with materials layered behind the walls and beneath the floor to filter harsh frequencies, turning raw engine noise into a steady, almost meditative backdrop that tells your brain everything is stable. Lighting plays an equally quiet role, shifting gradually throughout the flight to support circadian rhythm rather than fight it. Cooler tones during boarding to create alertness, warmer hues at altitude to encourage calm, and dim transitions that help the body accept sleep without conscious effort. Seats, often judged only by width or legroom, are actually engineered systems, shaped to distribute pressure across the body, support micro-movements, and reduce muscle fatigue over time. Because true comfort isn't about softness, it's about endurance. Over the last decade, airlines have refined seat ergonomics with millimeter-level adjustments, knowing that even small changes in angle or cushioning density can mean the difference between rest and restlessness on long-haul routes. Service rhythm matters too, not just what is served, but when and how, with premium-focused airlines designing cabin service to align with flight phases, minimizing disruption during rest periods and maintaining a predictable flow that reassures passengers subconsciously. At altitude, predictability equals comfort. Route culture also shapes the experience, because an overnight transatlantic flight is designed differently from a daylight regional hop, and aircraft interiors are subtly adapted to reflect that purpose, from galley layouts to storage placement, ensuring movement feels natural rather than intrusive. The feeling of premium at 35,000 feet often comes from what's missing: no sudden brightness, no sharp noises, no unnecessary announcements, no rush motions, just a sense that everything is happening at the right pace. Even temperature is managed with precision, acknowledging that the body perceives warmth and cold differently in pressurized environments, and that stability is more comforting than extremes. Behind the scenes, engineers and designers work within tight constraints of weight, safety, and efficiency, yet still manage to create spaces that feel human, because the goal isn't to impress you, it's to let you forget where you are. The best flights don't demand attention, they quietly support you, allowing thoughts to slow, conversations to soften, and time to pass without friction. At cruising altitude, the aircraft becomes less a vehicle and more an environment, one that carries not just people, but moods, routines, and expectations, all held together by systems refined through decades of iteration. Comfort, in this context, is not luxury branding or visible excess, it's the absence of strain, the removal of small discomforts before they accumulate into fatigue. And when everything works as intended, you don't remember the seat, the light, or the sound, you remember how normal it felt to be somewhere that shouldn't feel normal at all. That is why flying feels different at 35,000 feet, because up there, comfort is engineered, luxury is quiet, and the best flights are the ones you barely notice. And if this kind of thoughtful aviation storytelling is your altitude, subscribing to Comfort Class simply keeps the journey going.